Hello, media skills students. Today I'm going to show you how I would create a simple podcast in Audacity. At this point, you've completed tutorials on the basics of the toolbars and how to record. Now I am going to show you how I create an intro and outro with music and how I put together audio clips. As you can see, I have Audacity open here on my desktop. The first thing I'm going to do is save this project. So I'll go to File, Save Project As, and I'll get a warning that says this will save as an Audacity file that I will only be able to open with this program, and that's fine. I'll give it a name, save it to my desktop here, and press save. Okay, let's start by adding some music for an intro. To do that, I'll go to File, Import, Audio, and now I'll have to select my file. Here it is. And as you can see, it shows up as the first track in Audacity. Now I'm going to listen to my music and decide where I want my intro to end. I'll just press the space bar. That's about where I want it to end. You notice I can press the space bar to press stop again. I'm going to make sure on my selection tool, make a little line right there, and then I can go to Edit, Clip Boundaries, Split, and now to get this out of the way, this ending part here, I'm going to go to the Time Shift tool and then just scoot it down. Now I'd like my intro to fade out a little bit, so I'm going to go back to the selection tool, highlight this last little bit of music, go up here to Effect, and I'm going to go to Fade Out. And that will just kind of naturally give me a fade. We can listen to that here. That's perfect. Okay, I'm ready to record an intro. The first thing I'm going to do is hit mute on this music, and then I'll press record. Hello, this is my intro. I know right away that I don't want this dead air right here before the recording and also after, so I'm just going to highlight it and then press delete on my keyboard. The same with the ending. I'll highlight it and press delete. Notice that I was in that selection tool. Now I can go ahead and press the Time Shift tool and move that to where I want it. I think I want it about right there. So now I'm going to go ahead and turn this back on, and I'll move my selection tool back to the beginning, and let's listen to it. Hello, this is my intro. I think that sounds pretty good. Now I'm going to record a little bit more. Notice that I like to record in small chunks. So I'm going to again press mute for these two tracks, and I'll hit record once again. This is my second recording. I'm going to move this track up here with this one. I don't like layers of lots of voice tracks. I like them all to be combined on one track. So I do this by hitting the Time Shift tool, moving it over, and then moving it up. And now it's going to be side by side with my first intro, and I can go ahead and get rid of this. Let's listen to that. Hello, this is my intro. This is my second recording. I'm actually going to move this second recording over a little bit because I want it to start after the music ends. So I'll go to my Time Shift, grab it, and move it so that it lines up with the ending of that music. Let's do one more recording to practice that step. My music is already muted, so I'll mute this track, hit record. Here is my third recording. I'll go ahead and go to my selection tool, remove this dead air, and use the Time Shift tool to bring it back up to the top here. Now I can get rid of this And I have 3 tracks along with my music. Let's listen to that from the beginning. Hello, this is my intro. This is my second recording. Here is my third recording. Easy, right? Now let's put an outro on this podcast. I'm going to make sure I'm on my time shift. I'm going to grab this outro music, bring it back over, and I'll just listen to this and see how I want it to end. How about if I just cut it right there? Remember, I go to Edit, Clip Boundaries, Split. Then I'm just going to highlight this and delete it because I know I don't want the rest of that. And what I'd like to do is do a fade in at the beginning of this outro and then a fade out at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and click the beginning, Effect, Fade in. Now I'll click the ending, Effect, Fade out. And then I'd like to do one more recording just to say goodbye. I'll make sure to mute both tracks, hit record. That's all for today. Thanks for joining me. Eliminate this at the beginning and this at the end. I'll go ahead and get my time shift tool, bring it up, delete this track, unmute, and I'm going to go ahead and shift this over and see how it sounds right here. Selection tool, put that there. That's all for today. Thanks for joining me. Sounds good to me. Now you are more than ready to start your own podcast. So what are you waiting for? Go get to work.